أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين. We thank Allah for making today's program possible. We thank Allah for guiding us and putting this program on air. In the name of Allah, the beneficent, the merciful, may the peace of Allah be with the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, his companions, his followers, and those that were with him till the end. Today's program features the role of women during the month of Ramadan, and I have with me in the studio the leadership of NASFAT Society women. I have to my far left the National Women Affairs Secretary of NASFAT worldwide, in the person of Alaja Samiat Omonaramuni. You are welcome, ma'am.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Seated next to her is our Women Dawa program officer, in the person of Alaja Sadiat Onike. You are welcome, ma'am.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Seated to my right is the past Women Affairs Secretary of NASFAT worldwide, in the person of Alaja Fauzia Oladaja. You are welcome, ma'am.
Wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today's program, as I've earlier said, features the role of women during the month of Ramadan. I'll start with the Women Affairs Secretary of NASFAT. Alaja, please can you tell us the roles of women during the month of Ramadan?
Thank you very much. The role of women during Ramadan is multifaceted. It goes a long way. You have a role to play in the home, that is the home front. Your role with your children, with the family, with the neighbors. Because during Ramadan, Ramadan is a holy month, and it's a blessed month. It's a month where you are dedicated all your everyday aspects of your life to Allah. It involves fasting. The Quran chapter 2 verse 1 is to say, enjoy all Muslims to fast during the month of Ramadan, and you are to ensure that the fasting and the doctrines of Islam are followed during this period in your own front. You have to ensure that your family adheres strictly to the doctrines of Islam. You have to ensure that they fast and break their fast as when they pray at their appropriate time. You have to ensure that they believe in the Kalimat Shahada. And to ensure that they involve in so many dawah activities. For an example, reciting the Holy Quran, memorizing the Holy Quran, attending tafsir, to ensure that you educate the family by attending tafsir. You have to ensure that iftar are prepared as when due. You have to ensure that you provide the family with a balanced diet. You have to manage your home front, even if you are working. You have to ensure that you manage your time appropriately. Avoid time wasting activities. You have to ensure that your family, the children, you imbibe the spirit of Islam, the values, the norms.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Taking it off from there, Alaja Onike, are there specific roles of women towards their children in the month of Ramadan?
Yes, there are specific roles for women during the month of Ramadan. The role of the woman even starts before Ramadan begins. Her planning starts as the chief planner of the home. She does her shopping. Everything the family will need, she would have done that before Ramadan starts. And concerning the children specifically, she's to make sure that the children, apart from their usual chores they do at home, they have to include all the Ramadan programs. The fasting, the mother has to encourage the children to fast, because some of them, they want to be lazy. And like the Prophet said, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that just like in prayers, that children are to start praying from 7 years. Let them start learning how to pray. Then by 10, they should be disciplined if they don't pray. So which means they have started by 7, by 10 years, they are already used to it. The same thing goes for Ramadan. Most of us, when we were young, at 7, even before 7, in some homes, they would have started practicing how to fast. You start fasting, you break before 7, just to encourage us to get used to fasting. Then during the month of Ramadan, when they are now grown up, or they would have been used to how to fast, all the rules and regulations, then all the ibadah activities they are supposed to do. We encourage children at this period to also read the Quran, to also start learning the acts of ibadah that are done during Ramadan, which will earn them rewards, which will make them better Muslims, which will prepare them for the world they are in, spiritually and otherwise. So they have to make sure that they do the fasting. There is no issue of children fasting and behind they are eating something and coming in the presence of everybody and saying they are fasting. You have to teach them taqwa. The fear of Allah must be imbibed in them right from the young until they grow old. They have to learn how to fast, then read the Quran, go for tafsir, and at the same time, their school work must not suffer. So they have to learn how to blend everything together. That's the role of the woman. And it touches the woman, the children, and it builds them to become better adults, better for them to be useful in society and useful to the world in general.
Thank you very much, ma. The role of women towards their children has been highly expanded and highlighted for us. To Alaja or Ladaja, are there specific ways? Because sometimes a lot of people outside there, they think that, by the time you tell your child and start teaching the child how to worship Allah early enough, and then you start beating or smacking or the child at from age 7. When the child starts, they believe that the child doesn't know anything at that age, and from that age you are started smacking the child because the child refuses to pray, the child has not or the child is not willing to fast. What is your view to that? Are we doing the right thing, by monitoring our children and ensuring that they start fasting at an early age of 7 years when the society thinks that the child does not know anything yet?
Actually, you have, like my sister has rightly said, at 7 we enjoy them to start fasting. Not only fasting, to start praying as well. And when the Prophet was going in his last message, he said, I'm going, I'm leaving 2 things for you. That is the Quran and the Hadith. It is one of the Hadith that says, when they are 7 years, we should start monitoring, ensuring that they fast. So it is not out of place that we ask them to fast and to pray at 7 years. And when they are at the age of 10, if they don't do it, then we scold them. So it is not out of place that we do that. So children must be encouraged, must be enjoined to start fasting, to start praying at 7.
Thank you very much, Alaja Oladaja. Alaja Muni, are there other ways by which our children can be encouraged to fast during the month of Ramadan?
Yes, especially when you have children within the age of 6, 7, 8, 9. This is gradual. There are ways by which you can encourage them to fast. Maybe like 2 days or 3 days, then take a rest for about a day, or take a rest for about 2 days, then another 3 days for fasting. We did that when we were young. It was gradual. The way we were trained. We are products of our parents. Initially you probably start with 2 days, then take a break of another day. In fact, when we were very, very young, around 86, that's what we call Agbadaila. And that aspect, you will fast in the morning and break in the afternoon, like around 12 noon or 2 o'clock. Then maybe the next one, they ask you to manage to fast for about 4, 5, 6 hours. Then later on, maybe when you grow older, like age 8, you'll be encouraged to fast for about 2, 3 days. Then you can rest for about 2 days. Then you fast for about 2 more days, gradually. So that you can encourage them. They can get accustomed to it. Their body chemistry can be accustomed to it. Their psychic can also be accustomed to it. That way, it will not be too sudden. It will not be too harsh on them to fast for 30 days. So it has to be gradual training. That is what I believe in. And sometimes when they do fast at that early age, you encourage them, maybe give them a gift, you appreciate them. Okay, this afternoon you are having this with your dinner, you're having a dessert, special dessert for you. Okay, I'm going to buy you an exercise book, I'm going to buy you things that you encourage them to do more, things like that.
Thank you very much, ma'am. We have heard that we can encourage our children to fast during the month of Ramadan by giving them gifts and giving them all the things that they like, that they enjoy, so that even when they will be looking forward to the month of Ramadan and fasting, we can also allow them to start the fasting gradually. They can fast up to a particular time of the day, and then they can take it up from there and extend until they are able to actually withstand fasting from the early hours of the morning till evening when iftar is supposed to be taken. My dear sister Raja Onike, most people believe that women's role is limited to the kitchen during the month of Ramadan. What do you think about this?
Actually, it's really a misunderstanding that even when it's not Ramadan, the woman's role in the house is not only based on the kitchen. Her role in the house is all round. During Ramadan, the woman is to take care of the kitchen quite alright, make sure the food is ready on time, wake the family up at the right time so that the sahur will not be late, then get the food ready before the start time comes. The woman also is supposed to take part in the activities of Ramadan, which will earn her reward in the sight of Allah. She's supposed to take care of her spiritual life too. Her role in the kitchen, her role in the home as a mother should not affect her role as the servant of Allah. Because the woman too, before she becomes a mother, she is a servant of Allah. She's supposed to make sure her salat is done on time, at the right time. She's supposed to manage her time very well to make sure that her role as a servant of Allah does not affect her role as a mother at home or as a wife. She's supposed to pray, also make supplications to Allah. She's supposed to find time within her home church to read her Quran, to even go for tafsir. By the time she manages her time well, she will be able to fix in time to go for tafsir, go for lectures during Ramadan, engage in activities that will earn her reward. She's supposed to plan her family life, make sure that whatever for the family wants to do during Ramadan, she's supposed to plan everything. And all this, that's why she is the manager of the home. And Allah is going to ask her on the day of resurrection, how did she manage the home? How did she manage the children? How did she manage all the properties of the husband? Even the husband himself, she's to manage the husband. Yeah, that even is the wife that wakes the man up during sahur, that is his time. Do your nafla before, that is the midnight prayer, before the food will be ready. She will put the food on the fire. She knows how to manage everything. An ideal Muslim is supposed to be a good manager of her time, to make sure that she balances her life as a servant of Allah with her role as a mother. One must not disturb the other.
Alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alameen. Women are great creatures of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. Women are jewels that should be appreciated. Considering the fact that they are multitaskers, they are able to combine all these highlighted roles of being a mother, a wife, a daughter to some parents too, and also a Muslimah that is good in her spiritual life. So all Allah, who she would account to on the day of resurrection. We have talked about the roles of women to our children. We talked about the role of the woman in the house. And there are specific roles that we have towards our husband and the extended family during the month of Ramadan.
Yes, of course. Why do we stay at home? Why do we get married? It's only to take care of what the husband has entrusted in us. The role of a woman towards the husband is enormous as well. Because they are babies, you know. When we take them when we go in as wives, we need to take care of them like we take care of our baby. We take care of their household chores, their clothes, their everything. That is why we call ourselves a manager of both everything in the home. Like my sister has already said, we are the one that will wake them up. Women are blessed with the home, with the taking care of whatever that is in the kitchen, with the taking care of our own salat as well. We wake them up to do their own salat. We do almost everything, and so we must be sure to take care of them. Take care of them, your food is ready. Let them know that still is important as well. That's why I say we train them like our children as well. Sometimes they get lazy, we must not allow them to be lazy. We must let them know this is the period of fasting. We must wake them up for salat as well, for the midnight prayer. That is our role to them as well. Whatever that is being in our care, they have entrusted us, we must ensure that we take care of them. Is it their clothes? Is it even their family as well? We must take care, because we don't take care of their family as a mother, as a woman, is a task for us. So we must do that as well, so that we can become the good mother.
Charity is part of the inductions of Allah during the month of Ramadan. Allah are there specific ways that women can get involved in charitable ventures during the month of Ramadan?
Yes, thank you very much. We enjoy to be kind to ourselves, to our family, and to the neighbors. And in doing that, you have in the family, you have the poor people, you have the rich people. You have to bridge the gap. The needy, you have to take care of them. You are not to segregate the haves and the have-nots. You have to bring them together. You have to be kind to your neighbors, to the family, to the needy. There are so many ways. You can give out food, you can give out clothing to the needy. In fact, in NASFAT, there is this program that we have right now. That is a NASFAT support shop. It's meant for the needy. You know, like those that are distressed, those that have a problem of flooding, or maybe fire disaster, or accidents. We have a program for them. There is a program of Shakat and Sadakat, where we empower the needy, the students. We pay their school fees. The poor, we empower some of our women. You know, those are the things that Almighty Allah has enjoined all Muslims to do. You know, charity begins at home. You start even from your in-house to ensure that you give to the needy and to the poor, the widows, the helpless. You help the helpless.
Thank you, ma. Another one is during the month of Ramadan, iftar is usually prepared, and then some people take this during iftar. They prepare food and then they go and give the needy. Sometimes they take it to the mosque and some other places. Do you think this is also a charitable venture that can be embarked on during the month of Ramadan and be promoted?
Of course, because in the society today, we have the poor, we have those who are working but still cannot fulfill all their needs. Why you have enough to eat, some don't have enough to eat. So a woman is supposed to identify those within their neighborhood, even outside their neighborhood, that are know they cannot afford to fast and take care of themselves. So the woman is supposed to plan with the husband what they are going to do to some of these families, what they are the provisions for them. Even within your own immediate family, the extended family, you have people that are needy too. Because the Prophet said that if whatever you do, whatever generosity, whatever sadaqah you do for a family member has true reward. So before you go out, start with your family members, those who are related to you by blood. Because there are some of them that will need food items to aid them in this Ramadan period. Whatever reward, you have one reward for tying the ties of kinship. And the second reward is the reward for sadaqah. So, in the month of Ramadan, we are not supposed to, leave out family members and only take care of those that are not family members. You take care of family members, extended family members. You give them whatever they need, whatever provision they need for reward and for the Ramadan, to make the Ramadan easy for them. So that will take care of them, and that is out of sign of the size of kinship. Then providing food for outsiders. NASFAT has a program. We call it Feed a Mouth program. Daily food is prepared. People have donated a lot of food items, and these things are prepared and taken to different areas, mosques, where you have people who cannot afford to feed themselves during the month of Ramadan, just to make Ramadan easy for them. So this is done throughout the whole days of the 30 days of Ramadan. These are acts of charity. So individually, apart from the group doing it, individually too, women are supposed to look out for families in their neighborhood. By the time we take care of people in their neighborhood, then at the end of the day, the whole society at large will be taken care of. Identify them and give them whatever provision you think they will need. Not only your family alone. When Eid is coming, buy them clothes. Their children can also be, like in my neighborhood, we have a woman who died recently, and the husband is not, the work is not enough to take care of the children. So you see everybody in our community putting money together to buy food for these children. We are putting money together also to buy clothes for them, so that they too can feel among and be happy with other children. They won't have to start missing their mother. So families like this should be identified within the society, and these people too should also be well taken care of. Let everybody be happy.
I like to add that as we are winding up the program, can you just give your final word to the viewers at home on the role of women? The women,
as the builder of the house, we should take care of our husbands, very key. Our children, very key. Ourselves as well. Our spiritual aspect should not be denied when we are preparing for this Ramadan. Our neighbors, our in-laws, and our good self. Even our career must not suffer during the period of Ramadan.
Thank you, ma'am. What word are you leaving with the viewers at home?
Alhamdulillah, we thank Allah this Ramadan we are experiencing it. We pray to Allah that He let us experience more of it in our lifetime. We pray that Allah will continue to strengthen the women folk to be able to carry out all the roles that they have to play, to be the good planner at the end of the day, so that they won't fall short during the day of KM.
What do you have to say?
Well, I just want to enjoy women to be steadfast, to take care of their home front as well as their workplace. They should make their home front a priority, because we have some women there, they are always after their money, business, at the expense of their home. So they should ensure that they keep their home, take care of their home front, make the home happy, and enjoy all their family members to be steadfast.
Thank you very much, Ma. We have heard it all from the leadership of the Not a Lie Women, Not a Lie Society of Nigeria, the women folks, and we now understand the role of women during the month of Ramadan, and now we appreciate that our women folks, they multitask, and they have a lot of things to do. They are responsible to their parents, they're responsible to their children, they're responsible to their husbands, they're responsible to their in-laws, they are the Muslim Ummah, the society, and also they will also account to Almighty Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala the way they have handled their spiritual life, the deen in Islam. To this end, I'm enjoying all women to take fasting during the month month of Ramadan serious and also handle all the responsibilities that has been highlighted very well. I want to thank my discussants in the house for sparing us their time and leaving all their schedules and calls at home to come and attend to this program. Alada, Samia, thank you very much.
Alhamdulillah.
Thank you. Alada Onike, we appreciate your presence in the studio today. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Alada Olajaja, thank you very much.
Thank you.
We would always embark on the same journey and send you more invitations. And we hope you will respond positively. I want to thank everybody that has been part of today's program. I thank my crew, the cameramen in the studio, my viewers at home. I am Dr. Rahmat Adetitu Adisa. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.